We're going to do a reading out of this publication called Native Grasses, Legumes, and Forbs, section 1 of a series, Pasture and Range Plants. This was published in 1955 by the Phillips Petroleum Company. And there's an introduction here by K.S. Adams, Chairman, Phillips Petroleum Company. And it's brief, so I'll read it. Quote, "Of all the things that live and grow upon this earth, grass is the most important," end quote. Grass is indeed our basic heritage. Nearly 1 billion acres of the United States is grassland, good, bad, and indifferent. This vast American range extends over half of our total land area. Yet how many of us know good range vegetation when we see it? Who can recognize the plants that produce more forage winter and summer, more livestock products per acre, more prosperity on our farms and ranches, grasses that tie the land down against the eroding forces of wind and water? And who can point to the undesirable range grasses and plants? We must recognize that our range resources are renewable only if well managed. This booklet and the ones to follow have just one aim: to make it easier for anyone to read and understand the story that is written on the face of every range and pasture by the vegetation that grows there. So we have assembled in these booklets a practical educational guide to further the knowledge of grasses, legumes, and forbs on which our country, our people, and our organizations depend for life today and for growth in the future. So the first species covered is big bluestem, which is a very large, important grass. Big bluestem, Andropogon gerardi is the scientific name. Also, Andropogon furcatus is listed as a name. Big bluestem is a native warm-season perennial tall grass with short, scaly underground stems and roots that saturate the top 2 feet of soil and may reach depths of up to 12 feet. It begins growth in early April, and seed stalks 3 to 8 feet tall appear from late August to October. The grass is sometimes called turkey foot bluestem because the seed head usually branches into 3 parts, resembling a turkey's foot. The young shoots are somewhat flattened at the base, and the lower leaves are usually covered with silky hair. Big bluestem grows in large clumps and is extremely leafy. The lower leaves of this native grass curl when dry, pulling off easily at the base. Mature plants have a reddish cast after frost. Big bluestem is found in valley bottomland sites almost to the Rocky Mountains. It grows on most all the better soils in the true prairie belt, especially in the eastern half of Oklahoma and the Flint Hills of Kansas. Few, if any, of the prairie grasses can equal big bluestem in quality or quantity of forage produced. It is relished by livestock and usually eaten in preference to other grasses in the mixture. Through overuse and abuse, this native grass has been killed out or greatly reduced on most of its original area since 1885. If big bluestem is never grazed shorter than 6 to 8 inches during the growing season, enough green leaves are left to promote fast regrowth, and the dead leaves will soon form a good protective layer of litter on the ground. When continually grazed closer than 6 to 8 inches during the growing season, it decreases and is replaced by less productive plants. Seed can be harvested with a combine and has been successfully seeded in pure stands and mixtures with other tall and mid grasses.